Brandon left behind a suicide note, and in the letter he put that he didn't want this happening to anybody else, the bullying, that he wanted us to go on and fight his battle for him. And Brandon knew Mom is not a shy person, you know. And maybe that's why, you know, he figured he could put that in his letter to me because he knew I wouldn't be quiet and so because of his letter and the mission he laid out, I have gone around to people that invite me and I speak and I tell Brandon's story. He was either going to hang himself or he was going to step out in front of a tractor trailer. And they were his two options, so yeah. But I don't think he planned on doing anything at the house. You know what I mean? He could have easily stepped out on 104 because we have trucks go past there all the time. But he chose to take it away from the house, so I don't know. When you go down there tonight, you'll see it's so dark along that highway. And if he was standing in that cornfield, because there was corn up that year, he probably heard a truck coming, didn't even look to see. I will say the worst though was after the viewing when we were getting ready to take him to bury him, when I had to cover him. Mm-hmm. Like covering him up for the last time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And we had a pretty good time up at the fair that day.
Mm-hmm.
And we were driving back in pitch darkness, and it was getting foggy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a bad nighttime driver. And I swear, we just started talking about Brandon. And we came around this curve, and I should have hit straight on. She even said it. Somehow, we avoided hitting the side of the mountain. And I was like, Brandon's with us.
Probably about 2 years before Brandon died, he came to me the one day after school and he said that he wanted to go goth and he didn't want me freaking out over it, so he actually gave me a book. I said to him, you know, if you look different, people will treat you different. It's just how our society is. And he said to me, doesn't matter, they already treat me different. I got his hair colored black because he was blonde. I showed him how to apply his eyeliner. Painted his nails black for him. So yeah, and he looked good. He looked really good. On this date, I am physically and mentally wiped out. Till I go to his cross and go up to his grave and I'll be the same way on his birthday. Because anything major like that, that's when it really, you miss the person every day. You think of the person every day. There is not a day that doesn't go by that I don't miss Brandon or think about him. And, but on certain times a year, it's when it's worse. And that's probably that way for anybody that loses somebody special and, you know. Brandon was extremely talented. He played violin for maybe 2 years, but in that time frame, he ended up playing with the orchestra at SU. They had a youth orchestra, so he was very good. And the violin, that was Brandon's love. He loved the violin. I will say, you know how they say there's 7 stages of grief? Is it 7? 5. I'm not even sure what it is, but one of them is that you get mad at the person. You get upset at the person for leaving. And I never got mad at Brandon. Maybe it's because I kind of understood why he did it. You know what I mean? So I never hit that mad stage that everybody talks about. Yeah, the depressed stage and the guilt but I never got mad at Brandon for leaving. Just sad. Lots of sadness. But then I think you also figure you're going to bury your parents. You don't expect to bury your child. That's not the way life's supposed to go. At all. So, but it's every day. It never goes away. You just learn to live. You know what I mean? You learn to put a smile on your face and laugh and try to be normal and yourself. Because that's what you gotta do to get by. So, if not, I probably wouldn't even be here.